Cyberpunk 2077. Let's play. Brandon Gordon Gab. GabGames.com.
Say, do you have this power yesterday too? Yeah, when the lights went out there, I was cooking dinner.
Takamura. What's up, buddy?
We must just climb up here. Now this way. Fortune smiles to us. It seems no one was here today.
How's everybody today? Good, I hope. So, what brings a fella like you to a place like this?
I would call this a beautiful view of the city.
Now you want to show me the view? Is this a date, buddy?
If there was anything to admire.
Hate Night City that much.
Perhaps I'm simply homesick, as you say. Now, you must look for vulnerabilities, weaknesses, while I try to think of a diversion. Arasaka cannot discover our intentions. A bit of sabotage is just what we need to divert their attention. You will have the best view on the left. I will try here. This old scope should be good for something. Shall we begin?
Arasaka. Hear ye, hear ye. A gang of road jokers has scattered across Night City, hidden in plain sight. They plot and scheme to seize control of the city's gambling scene. Embark on an unforgettable adventure to help track them down. Fame and spoils await.
Oh, can you run and grab some pizza?
Take out food? No. Just no.
Stakeout.
If I had time and ingredients, I would prepare some onigiri with cod or with grilled salmon. No, even better, with umeboshi plants. Arasaka-sama's favorite appetizer. Simple, tasty, and filling. I found him chewing once, pride on his face. It was a protein bar.
Saburo Arasaka with a protein bar? Get out of here.
Like a true soldier. So, we must be aware of the mech.
So what's the plan, big guy?
Let's do this. Security hub is liable to be in that building.
purposeful sabotage.
Pipes. See him?
We could use them to get inside.
Camouflage tourists by the gate.
A last resort. I do not wish to die there.
Footbridge, but it's guarded.
We will use it to enter if there's no other way. This is not bad.
I think I've seen everything.
You wish to come for this reconnaissance. Do your job. I expected you to be more useful than this.
Alright, quit moaning. I'll give it another glance. Looks like a service tunnel by the road there.
It could lead to the warehouses.
Got eyes on the comm systems. A lot of guards.
I could use comms for a diversion.
Transformer by the wall. See it?
We should use it to step up.
Trucks drive up regularly.
Are we to hijack one?
Where'd the mech go? Big ass tower. Hope nobody's looking out when we go in. Cover people on before we can get there.
I think I've seen everything.
We have what we came for.
So, we going in?
Is this what you said before entering the Company Plaza? I wish to insert we have not overlooked anything. We should wait and observe. If nothing out of the ordinary happens, then yes, we go in.
Sounds sensible. Better get comfy. What?
No sudden movements. Do you see it? Zack.
So? It's a cat like any other.
It is the first animal I see in Night City, except cockroach, of course.
First there was birds, then dogs. Cats actually put up a fight longest.
Perhaps it is a Bakeneko.
Bakeneko? What's that?
It is a cat spirit. It brings misfortune. Can restore the dead back to life.
Feline ghost? Suppose anything's possible.
My grandmother knew many stories about Kitsune, Kappa, Bakeneko too.
Where'd you grow up anyway?
I am from the slums of Chiba 11. Once
From
when
streets?
I was desperate to live here, bad memories washed away by time. I long only for the simple days of childhood.
Childhood memories. Let's see. Hopping buildings, running away from badges. Iron tasted blood from a split lip.
I remember the chemical stench of the canal, where we boys washed our shirts. Corporate transporters sometimes passed through our slum. Arasaka selected children, but only the clean ones.
What did they need kids for?
To be corporate soldiers. When they chose me, I felt I had won the lottery. In the army, I was given everything I lacked before: discipline, regular
Let Mr.
and
Rod.
when I proved
That's
I
called,
was
what was they
gifted,
called?
an education.
Children of War.
Did what you had to keep from going hungry.
I sense that you judge me, and yet you have no right to. Unlike you and your friend, Mr. Wells, I was not arrogant. I did not take the easy path.
Didn't take the easy path. Joined the military.
Wasn't judging you.
And true, you oppose the corporations. They are older, their world, in a mindless way. Yet you offer no worthy alternative.
Take a look around. It's here. Your corporate world is
Put
glorious.
food on the table, big dog.
You show me filthy streets as if no other world exists, as if nothing else is possible. What of the millions who work for Arasaka and receive stability? Save
Chamber-level slum rats? They're there, scraping scraps out of scop tins. Corpse decided that too.
City's full
We
of choices.
cannot fix everything at once.
Yeah, being a military dog ain't the easiest. But being on the other end of the stick, that the ones they sticking the dogs on just because of where you live ain't easy neither. Know what I mean? Like you can't hate for the side that you were born on. Life is made of choices. But just because I choose to live here doesn't mean that's how I should be treated. And that's why people on the street
You already
hate
forget what
corporate.
happened at Tom's Diner? People hate corpse more than
Sometimes they
anything.
feel that
Can't
they're
blame
better.
them either. Got some regrets, but clapping from Arasaka ain't one of them.
But can't blame where you were born, right?
Sometimes I wish to become a nomad, to leave this world, forget everything.
It's not like that. You gotta think about it. Nomad, no real home, searching for a place to belong. Every time you find one, it's time to go again because it ain't your home. You got a home. You just want the peace that comes with it.
Nomads aren't lone wolves with egos. Whether they're blood or not, family comes first.
Yes, but we need not quibble over details. Do you know what I think?
What's that?
That day in conflict, we both have lost someone important, and we are not at peace with this. So we seek conflict, argue illegally.
Finally starting to make some sense.
There's one thing you should know. It is about Mr. Wells.
You guys
That
dating?
Jack. What is it?
When I set out to find you, other than to find Jack, they took his body.
For life, I can't figure why. So his mom couldn't give him a proper send-off?
Arasaka has a method for pulling information from the dead.
I think I've
What
seen
are
that
you
in Harry
talking
Potter.
about?
Dumbledore
Don't
pull out
ask
some
detail.
speedies.
I understand little. I know they use the soul killer program to do so. They can pull an engram from Well's body. Damaged, incomplete, but still an engram.
Motherfuckers. Evil.
Yeah. Everybody's connected to cyberware. Just like the world now we live in, the real world. Everybody, data, phone, might not be complete because you don't get the whole story. But they know the type of women you like. They know the clothes you like, area you like, because we give them the data, metadata. You can at least piece together something. So, I'm not against that. But Jackie's my homie. His mother deserves to bury him.
Jackie's psyche. Where are they keeping it?
This, I do not know.
Why am I only hearing this now?
I did not know I could trust you. The circumstances have changed.
Back in Echo got sick of us, looks like.
It will find its own way. As will we. I think it is time to do something.
It's raining. It's time to get shit.
Fuck, get worse.
It's not raining, but
so bad.
no, it is raining. Yeah, metadata that can at least create a semi-psychological profile. Have you guys ever, like, hey, I just mentioned that, and I see an ad for it on my social media site? That's metadata at work. It's not necessarily them tapping into your microphone. It's just, if we direct your attention a little bit, we can kind of, like, here are your choices. Here's your choices around. Here's what you're most likely to choose out of your choices. So you see an ad for it. Why? Because we only know what we're fed. Knowledge is power. If I know you like big booty bitches and I want to distract you, all I got to do is walk you in the room with big booty bitches.
I'll be in touch. The diverter reaction. That is fine.
I don't have to find my house. Might as well go back the way I did the first time. create a slight psychological profile. Who gains your profile information is who has access to it is the kicker. Because it might not be who you think. The Matrix, into the Matrix. We live in a world where Skynet is very fucking possible. AI programmed to make things better. Not to run the world, but to make things better, to assist. Skynet, AI program. Everything got AI now. Your phone has AI, every phone. Siri was the start of it. Siri talked back. Hey Siri. No, Google Alexa. So, if your data is just limited to your mobile device, that's fine. It's the AI algorithm that's adjusting to you and assisting to you. But let's say that AI data is being fed into a bigger database. Might not be so easy. Or it's a little more intrusive, one should say. All depends on who owns it. There's certain people, like I'm iffy. Let me pause this real quick. Need to focus on the topic. Personally, I'm iffy on it. Because I do feel like it should be regulated. Just like everything else. Can a person make a car? Yeah. But should every car a person make be allowed on the street? Like, I'm not sure. No, cars are made. Only reason you need a factory is to mass produce. Get a frame, 4 wheels, an engine, brakes, start and go. It's not hard. Motherfuckers make go-karts in their backyard. A car is just a big go-kart. Is it street safe? Is it street regulated? Is the question. So I do believe that government should have some hand in it. But how much hand or how much should the government touch your personal information? Is the question. Secondly, that's just government. You got to think of the companies that own it. How much of your information should be sent back to them? They need your information. They need your data. They need your information. They need your data in order to improve the product. But for me, when it comes to that, it should be faceless, nameless data. That shouldn't be able to pinpoint the individual. That should be able to be like 90% of our users like big booty bitches. But to be like, you in particular like big booty bitches. Companies shouldn't have that access, that in-depth knowledge. To be able to target you. To be able to target the user as a whole, which is the collective body of people, is one thing. But to target you as an individual is something else. So it's a thin line, because let's say, hey buddy, I cracked the algorithm, I cracked the code. You know, somebody that smart, you should want on your team, right? So to be able to be like, oh, I need that person in particular, would benefit. But again, it goes to how much information and knowledge is really obtained. So, what do you do? Put in some fail safes, I would say. To be able to target the individual, somebody that cracked the system should give off a flare. Like, hey, over here. But to be like, who am I going to meet on the other side of that flare when I go to the flare source? Should still be a mystery. Yeah, y'all didn't think I could get that deep, did you? Uh-oh. Oh, I'm in the camera. Shit. What? It's a bunch of bullshit.
Get the angle on it! I'll cut him off!
I'm trying to shoot the damn gun. Let me restart. Oh, that was scary. He's right here. How? Where'd she go? Where's your radio? You got a radio? I need you to call me back up.
I'm in.
Good.
Now try to enter the warehouse. I will draw their attention away.
Shit. Oh, I thought I could get in through there. What? No, you gotta go through there. Shit. Of course I can't do that, man. Come open the door for me, right?
In the tunnel. It's tighter than a wetsuit in here. Reeks, too.
You will have fresh air once you reach the warehouse area.
Must be an optic glitch. You see the mirage.
Okay, I'm in. Find my largest vessel. The area is also inside. Attack. It could be our
Gotcha.
Oh.
Good.
Ah! This is not going the way I was hoping. I will restart it. Life is not a game. Ah. No. Go back to the streets. Have y'all heard of Soldiers Without Borders? Have you heard about the Genome Project? Child soldiers? Not a lot of people have. Don't feel bad. So, basically, it's Metal Gear Solid. To break it down for you. Here's the concept of Metal Gear Solid, right? The military, at some point, took child soldiers and trained them. They trained them. I'm gonna use Raiden as an example. Raiden was taken from the battlefield, and he was trained using VR simulations to become one of the perfect soldiers. AKA, he played a lot of video games. That's to put it lightly, right? Played a lot of video games. The point of putting him through these extensive VR simulations is to figure out his mentality, how he will react in certain situations, X, Y, Z. If I could put you in multiple combat scenarios and you have experience in multiple combat scenarios, your mentality will be slightly altered. And it's true. As a gamer, it is true. Here's a good way to look at it. Nerds play RPGs. Jocks play sports games and first-person shooters. Nerds play more third-person games, and jocks play more games that don't require thinking. That's your soldiers and generals. RPGs require a little bit more thinking. They're a little bit more goal-oriented. They have a little bit more freedom. RPG players have a little bit more freedom of movement, even though they have their task-driven. All games these days are task-driven. Just is what it is. Right now, if we were to go into war, you could tell who's going to be on the front line, because I'm 40. I'm almost 40. I'm 38 this year. And to be in lobbies where grown as adults haven't changed their gameplay style shows that they're not capable of thinking. So certain people aren't capable of thinking outside of a certain way. Like, for example, headshot, right? I'm going to use that in first-person shooters. Headshots used to be an attestment of skills. Now everybody does it. Video games created a way to combat that now. Everybody got on fucking super armor. Everybody got on this. But yet those players still think that headshots count the same. If I got on an Iron Man armor running around in Call of Duty, what the fuck does a headshot mean? Apex Legends is an example of that. Have different tiers of helmets. You got to think of, everybody got on Master Chief armor. So what the fuck does a headshot mean? That's why I shoot the guns out of people's hands. Everybody need a gun. That's one thing they all have in common. Everybody uses a gun. If I disarm you, I don't have to worry about trying to penetrate your armor. This is what I mean by certain people elevate and certain people just stay in the lane. But it takes critical thinking to think outside the box. If you don't have a gun, you can't shoot me. My strategy is better than your headshot strategy when we're all running around in Master Chief fucking armor. Right? What's a headshot? Look at how many times Iron Man then got shot in the face. Not once did it penetrate his armor. That's why there's certain games I just can't play anymore. Like the intellectual level of the gamer. At certain points, like as an adult, at 30, at 40, almost 40, you should be thinking different. You have thousands upon hours. If you started gaming at a young age, you have thousands upon thousands of hours of gaming for you to still be doing basic bitch shit. Like, nigga, how you 30? How you, at this point, I'm like, how are you 30 and you still teabagging? Because you're nothing but, you know, a roid raged out jock. You haven't elevated your gameplay. Grand Theft Auto is another example of how people haven't elevated their gameplay. You know, like people fly around in oppressors, which technically I think that's kind of the in-game police. It's like live service supervisors. But that's different. That's a different, that right there is a conspiracy. This right here is facts. Grown ass adults play Grand Theft Auto and randomly start gunfights with people because you can. It's an open world game. It's not mandatory that you fight other players. It's not a player versus player game. People haven't even elevated their minds. After a certain age, I think after between 25 and 30, you should be having an awakening when it comes to gaming, that you should be playing games different. Right now, I can only give the age range I'm in. Between 30 and 40, you should realize that certain games don't require you fighting another person. Grand Theft Auto don't require you to go kill somebody else. Just because you saw a player drive past you don't mean you got to go chase that player down and kill him. Just because you got a flying motorcycle don't mean you got to go blow up a motherfucker. Just because you can. That's still childish. You have to elevate. It's a open world game. Like right now, the world we live in is open. In real life, it's open. Can you ride around, see a motherfucker and shoot a motherfucker? I wouldn't suggest it. I'm against it. But you can. But why don't you do it? It's not right. Now, why you can't take that same mentality and apply it to the virtual simulation? Because if people can, they will. That's all that proves. If people can do some foul shit, they will. Some people like, it's a video game, I don't give a fuck. Exactly. You haven't elevated your mindset. You living out a fantasy versus gaming. Your fantasy is, I could go around shooting people. Ha 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 ha. But that's not the world. The world isn't go kill a motherfucker auto. It's Grand Theft Auto. You don't have to. They give you game modes to go kill each other. But yet, outside of certain XP bonuses, you can't find you a team deathmatch. You have to get bonuses to get a team deathmatch going. They give you the game modes to do it. Versus let a motherfucker live their best game in life. Motherfuckers out here to live their best game in life, and you out here blowing up motherfuckers because they can't chase you because you're on a flying motorcycle. That's the equivalent of talking shit over the internet because a motherfucker can't see you. It's just a little bit cowardly. It's a little bit bitch ass shit. But certain people can't elevate their gameplay because they never elevated their mindset. First person shooters. Everybody got a gun. The goal is to kill the next motherfucker. But if we all got on Iron Man armor, riding around in our Jaeger, What is the best way to win the fight? Headshots don't matter because everybody armored the fuck up. But people still think there's a headshot multiplier. Like how when we all armored the fuck up? We all Master Chief at this point. There is no headshot multiplier. Because the head is no longer the most vulnerable spot on the player. So, I disarm. I aim for the gun. Like, they should have an option for you to be able to take the gun out of the motherfucking hand. But motherfuckers don't think like that. We all got on Master Chief armor, but your headshot multiplier works because you've been gaming like that since 007. That nigga, days of 00 GoldenEye on the 64 has been gone. You haven't leveled up yet. So that program is basically video games. The program of running through multiple scenarios and things to see how you will react and see how you elevate it as a person is video game. That Super Soldier program in Metal Gear Solid is people playing video games. Metal Gear Solid is like the protagonist is the gamer. Solid Snake is the gamer. Now, there's certain things I can't talk about. The lale lule lo of gaming. Of what Metal Gear Solid actually teaches you. They teach you the lale lule lo. The lale lule lo is your keys to elevating yourself to the next level. And that's why you can't talk about it. That's why it's called the lale lule lo. Like, it don't make sense. Like, yeah, it's not supposed to make sense. You're supposed to, it's like Seinfeld, yada, yada, yada. Like, you can't yada, yada, yada over the important information. But, like, yeah, I can because you went through the same programs I went through. You went through the same training I went through. I'm not giving you my answers because you didn't study. Not letting you copy off my test, and now I got your dumb ass in my group when I'm still trying to elevate. So I need to be around other educated people. If that makes sense. You know? It's like, I got $1 million idea. You should tell me about it. I can't give you all the details of my $1 million idea because it's $1 million idea. You gonna jack it. So instead of giving all the details, anytime it's an important detail or something that definitely is the meat of it, lale lule lo. Or in the world of the sophisticated Seinfeld type, yada yada yada, and then this. Like, what's yada yada yada? Like, if you're following me, you should be able to put it together, piece it together through context. You know, because what's understood don't need to be said. To be street about it. But motherfuckers out here living you grown. The days of Grove Street has passed us. That's why there is no Grove Street gang in Grand Theft Auto 5. Because we're no longer shorties playing these games. Grown ass men The Grand Theft Auto 5 is literally like, it's literally the evolution of the player. We went from working for the mob, which is these game companies just like, here, play a game, Grand Theft Auto 3, to become the loyal follower or a member of the gang, GTA San Andreas. No. Then it's like, did you rush through it? That's why we got the Russian and Nico Bellic. Did you rush through it? Where are your moral grounds? Where do you stand? Now put it together in Grand Theft Auto 5 to pull off the ultimate heist. The ultimate heist is the La Lu Lay Low. But as a gamer, here's how you should evolve. We no longer just punks on the street. We're adults. How are you going to survive in this world where motherfuckers just run around killing people because they can? You know? It's so like, I could jump into Grand Theft Auto right now and there'll be 6 people trying to kill me as soon as I leave out wherever the safe haven is. But if I try to get a heist together, I gotta wait 30 minutes to get a heist together. People would rather spend, there's certain people that would rather spend real world money to get fake currency than actually just pull off the heist to get the fucking currency, which is playing the game. Because for them, playing the game is killing the next motherfucker. That's Metal Gear Solid. The one that elevates to the level of boss is the one who come out the VR training with a different perspective, different mindset. You can't, no. You can't be a worker and want to be a boss. But a boss has to think like a worker. Because you're still in worker mindset. You're not in boss mindset. Everybody can't boss up. Because they don't have the mentality to boss up. Now, what you can be is a guinea pig. Like, hey, you, come here. Like a crackhead. Come here. I got this thing I want you to try. Let me know. How good is it? Like, you know what? If you add a little bit more explosions here and a little less talky here, you got a great addictive gameplay. Just add a little more explosions here. That too much? No, just enough. A little less talky here. Is that still too much talking? Like, nope. And now you're hooked because it's addictive gameplay. You made the drug that you're using. But I'm going to show you as a boss how we're going to take that and elevate it. So, I got on this conversation because Takamura was talking about how they took him from the street Took him from Grove Street and put him in the military. Call of Duty. Now he's here because he needs something more. You know, he fell away. And I'm like, that's just like the real world. Video games technically take you from the streets. Like, all you do is stay in the house and play that video game. I could be out there doing meth. They put a gun in your hand, all depending on your personality type. But they always put a weapon in your hand, no matter what it is, because everybody likes to feel like they're a superstar, an action star. Don't get me wrong. And they tell you, go out there and make a name for yourself. Now, what type of name do you want following you? Are you a merchant of death? Somebody that fly around on an oppressor and just blow people up for the fuck of it? Or are you a functioning member of society? Which would be your more role-playing groups. Which to me is taking it a little bit too far. You know? All depends on what exactly you're doing. Like, to play Grand Theft Auto and be like, you know, there's role-playing servers where they're like, we're police officers and then we're this and that. Like, look, if you want to be that, how about you go actually try to be that? Some people that live out their basketball career on 2K. Like, you know, they play it like they're that for real. When you could go out and actually play basketball. You know? Are you substituting real life for the video game? If you are, then you're doing too much. You know, the video game, the virtual world should never substitute for real life. And you shouldn't take that mentality that you develop in, that you're substituting for real life, into the real world. Life is not a game. That's why I piss people off a lot when they're like, you out here playing checkers and people playing chess. I don't give a fuck. They can never beat me. Like, what you mean? You playing checkers and they playing chess. Exactly. We're not even in the same game. How can a person beat me in a game I'm not playing? Because they're playing chess. You're playing checkers. Right. They're playing chess. I'm playing checkers. If you're playing against somebody that's not playing you, then you're playing yourself. The only person you could lose to and beat is yourself. You can't beat a motherfucker that's not on the same battlefield with you. No matter how hard you try, you'll never beat a motherfucker that's not on the same battlefield with you. Because y'all not in the same war. You fighting a war against an invisible enemy. And you're not even conscious enough to realize that enemy is you, because you fighting a war against a motherfucker that's not fighting with you. So everything you think about how to squash a person is the way you think about a motherfucker that's not even interested in you. It's just how to you stressing yourself about something that don't matter. So you're defeating your own self. Because that same time and effort you could have legitimately put into yourself or into an opponent that's on the same battlefield to elevate. I tell motherfuckers that all the time and they get pissed when I tell them that. Like, nigga, like, right. Like, I'll tell you from the get-go, like, you playing checkers, I'm playing chess. You win. Because I'm not playing chess. So now what? You still want to play chess with a motherfucker that's not playing chess with you? You won a long time ago. You won when you started. So what match are you playing that you trying to win if you already won? You're not playing against a motherfucker that's playing. You playing against a motherfucker that ain't. There's no way you're going to level up playing against a motherfucker that ain't playing. You got to go play against the people that's playing. And that piss them off for some reason. Because people don't like to hear when they wasting their time. Now, if you don't believe me that VR training is a real thing, cops go through VR simulations. Truckers, before they get behind the wheel of trucks, go through VR simulations. Drivers go through the VR simulator before they get on the road behind the wheel. Like, VR simulations are used everywhere in real world applications. So again, as a child gamer growing up, you go through so many different scenarios, so many different things that you learn and you adapt. Like, if you play a Ubisoft game, what's the first thing you do? You go find the towers to unlock the map. Now, I do the same thing in any open world game now. Even though all open world games don't have towers, as long as it allows me to freely roam, I walk around the level to unlock the map. Before I even decide, I might get a little distracted, like, I can run this side quest, I can run that side quest, just to have something to do. But like Biomutant, I explored that whole map and accidentally defeated one of the 4 beasts just exploring the map. Because it's an open world game. The story is how you make it. They give you little points to be like, hey, stay focused, stay task driven. But I don't have to just go jump into the main quest, the main campaign, technically. Because the quest or the journey is the quest. The journey is the quest. What you come across in this world, just roaming the world. So any game that doesn't limit me to an area, I explore the whole map. But you know who did it first? GTA 3, at least for me. Until, you like, but they shut you off from the beginning. You could explore everything until you try to cross the bridge, and it's like, bridge is out. So they limit you to a certain area until you progress in the story. But it's the same concept as Ubisoft games. You unlock the map. Once you open up the map, then you see activities, you see quests, you see where things are located. Once you know where things are located, you can properly plan your course because you have the map unlocked. Biomutant is a great game to be like an example of what I'm talking about. Biomutant, you can walk around that whole map. There's places that you're like, it's too hot, too cold, radiated, things like that. But in good old video game fashion, they give you the things you need in order to navigate the area, in the surrounding area. Like, it's too hot. More than likely, you run into a chest here or there. If you're not afraid to explore a little bit, you find the equipment you need to get through the heat. Explore the surrounding area at the borderline between the hot and the cold. You find the equipment you need to navigate the cold. Why? Because it's necessary to navigate. It's here for you to navigate. So of course the equipment for you to navigate will be there. If not, you wouldn't be able to go there. But some people require going through the story or the campaign. They rely on the campaign to give them what they need. Again, you play any Ubisoft game, in order to unlock the map, you climb the towers, get to the viewpoint like Assassin's Creed. All of them are made like Assassin's Creed now. You find the viewpoints, you open up the area of the map to show you activities, side quests, main quests, collectibles. But you could take that same concept again and apply it to any open world game. Open up the map to view main quests, side quests, activities, and collectibles. That works for any game. But because these games don't have towers that tell you that you unlock these things, people don't view it that way. Again, it's elevating yourself as a gamer. So, again, strategies and all of this, like, it's crazy. It's crazy. People don't believe fat meat is greasy sometimes, and how experience changes your outlook. One thing, like The Sims, right? One thing The Sims helped me with in real life is color palettes. You know, I went, this one girl, she took me shopping with her. She like, I'm planning on painting my room. You know, so we go to Home Depot and shit. And just from the experience of home property preservation and restoration and handyman work and shit, I'm like, all right, cool, this is a good brand of paint, this isn't, that stuff. Like, she didn't know that. But where I blew her mind was picking color palettes. She like, I don't know what colors to pick or what go with what. She like, what you think? That was her question. She's like, what you think? I'm like, okay. Well, I would do this color with that color because they play off each other nice. Which one's your foreground? Which one's your background? Which one is going to be where? And she like, how the fuck you know so much about colors? You know, because normally that's a thing for women and gay guys. I play The Sims. I decorate a lot of interiors. Like, I have experience as an interior decorator. I understand how to fill space, how to flow space, things like that, because I have hours upon hours. I got over 1,000 hours in The Sims 4 alone in 4 years, not to mention The Sims 3. I have thousands of hours doing this shit. You get what I'm saying? This comes from playing the video game. Knowledge is power, and I've been put in positions to be like, to gain the necessary knowledge. Same thing with war games. Like, so many times I played games, Call of Duty and Titanfall and shit like that, where they spawn you in a match. What's the first thing everybody do? They run to the battlefield. 90% of the field run to the battlefield. There's there's the first 5% that dip off and cover the flank. And then the other 5% out of that 100%, because that's 95%, they only start going to the flank or trying to gain the advantage of going around when they hit the wall, which is the front line. Now I can't make no headway on the front line. Now I gotta go around. Whereas to me first, I'm like, if that's the main battlefield, I gotta go around because somebody gotta either cover, I gotta stay posted, somebody gotta cover our back, or I gotta get behind the enemy. But that's just battle experience. Some people only in it to be like, aggro. Just like fighting games. Some people only play fighting game to get down a health bar. And they never ever learn the fucking mechanics of a fighting game. Because they only play a health bar. Only play a health bar. Same thing with basketball. You know, some people never learn. That's why I don't play 2K anymore. Anything that's competitive, you got to pay me to play me. Because some people never learn how to play. The game will glitch out and do all types of dumb shit. And they're like, shit, that's just a video game. I can't help that. Like, yeah, you can by playing properly. It's only glitching out because you a bull in a china shop and you like, right, you can't grasp the concept. You keep hitting your head on the wall. And they're like, this dumb motherfucker ain't gonna get it. So just let him through. Like, it's fucking ridiculous. You gotta pay me to play me anything competitive now. Because I take the time to actually learn. Same thing with basketball. Like, as a team, to be like, our campaign for who's the better team. Some teams just, again, go to score the most points. If we score 120 points a game, we should win. Right? Like, is that the game of basketball? Nah, not really. But it is. The game of basketball is, of course, putting the ball in the basket. But that's one aspect of the game of basketball. There's teamwork. There's your team ability to buy into the offense, to buy in on defense, things like that. Like, here is our goals as a team that make it a win. Let's say our goal tonight is to hold LeBron James to 20 points. Right? Win or lose, if our goal is to hold LeBron James to 20 points and LeBron James scored 19 fucking points, we win. That's a win. Here is our goal as a team, to hold this nigga to 20 points. If he scored 19 points, we win because that was our goal. We came out here to play basketball, yes, but the points on the board don't make it basketball. Here was our goal as a team, and our team accomplished our goal. No matter what we could lose by 40 fucking points. How many points did LeBron James have? 19. We won, nigga. Because that was our goal. Fuck what that score said. That score don't mean shit. If our goal is to go hit 23s tonight, and we only hit 13, we didn't accomplish our goal. We lost for the night. Even if we won by 15. Like, you know, congrats on putting points on the board, team. But we only hit 13 threes. What was our target number? 20. We missed that by 7. Congrats on putting points on the board. But we only hit 13 threes. Now you see how the game of basketball changes. Because irregardless, once we get on that court, we're playing basketball. But what constitutes as a win versus just playing basketball? Like, if the goal of basketball is just to put points on the board, then you don't need to play defense. You can get out the way and let the other team score. The other team can get out the way and let you score. You're playing basketball, you're putting points on the board. If it's just to put the ball in the basket, but that's not the game of basketball. It's not you guys get a shot uncontested and we get the shot uncontested. Defense is a part of basketball. It's not baseball where you just go swing at the ball. There's other aspects to it. But some people's mentality don't change. So again, we give people these simulations and all these things so that they don't have to go out in the real world to gain these experiences, to gain the knowledge. Because experience equals knowledge, applied knowledge equals wisdom. Some people don't even gain the knowledge, even with the experience. Sports is created for two things. One, to get out the aggression, right? Or sports is supposed to simulate quote unquote war sometimes, depending on how you view it. You're battling with another person or another team. Depends on how you view it. Because wrestling is sports entertainment. It requires athleticism and all of this shit, but it's not real world competitive. Because both opposing sides are working together to put on a show. It's just sophisticated ballroom dancing. That's what wrestling is. The WWE is sophisticated ballroom dancing. It requires both people to know the steps of the dance to make it look good. But it's called sports entertainment. Same thing with basketball. Two teams that practice together could make a game look fucking spectacular because here's the dance. You know, The Last Dance. Michael Jordan's The Last Dance. Like, We're out here dancing together. We could put together a routine, 2 opposing teams, and make this game look like the WWF. Have you on the edge of your seat, like, oh shit. If we wanted to. Does it require skills? Yeah, you got to be able to. When your number is called, you got to be able to put the ball in the basket. You got to deliver. You got to pull off that suplex properly. You got to pull off that power bomb properly. It takes skills, coordination, and athleticism to be like everybody can't do it at a top level. But if it was really coordinated and practiced properly, you wouldn't be able to fucking tell that it's staged. You'll still be having an argument, is basketball real or is it fake? And part of basketball is fake. You know, the way the refs call it. Like refs can make or break a game because they need to sell a narrative. But 2 teams who properly put together the match, you wouldn't be able to tell. It'll just go by popularity at that point. That's elevation. The rudimentary is, I'm going to beat your team. No, my team's going to beat your team. That's the barbarity. That's the war aspect. 2 teams out there who just want to win. The sophistication comes from 2 teams who put together the match to elevate. All-Star Game is a good example. That's why they like the All-Star Game not competitive anymore. Motherfuckers just out there to play. Then, like, they're not even putting together the dance properly to be like, here's what an all-star cast of basketball players can do. If it was up to me, the All-Star Game would be the big dance. Alright, everybody, learn your dance moves. We are a coordinated unit out here. We're one team. And we're going to put on a hell of a show for the fans today. We're going to WWF this bitch. But they don't even do that to put on a good show. That way you don't have to worry about people overdoing it or getting hurt because the motherfucking being extra competitive and extra salty out there. Everybody get their chance to shine. Because you're all all-stars. We need all of you guys here in this all-star game to bring in some money. Because you are the faces of the NBA. So everybody needs to go out there and look good. Everybody be out there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right on beat. But some people don't elevate their game. And it's again, we see all this in video games. We see child soldiers grow into adults who stream, who still play like child soldiers. Like, you may be a little faster or a little bit more adept than a newer player, but your gameplay styles are still the same. There's no way somebody who's been playing Call of Duty for 10 years should still look like a noob. What I mean by a noob is gameplay style. Like, y'all both running there hoping not to get shot. There's no way, as a 10-year veteran, even though that's part of the game, you know, you hope you don't get shot. But there's no way y'all both should look like amateurs. A 10-year vet should be like, here's how you don't get shot. First, be patient. Pick your spots, pick your opportunities. Don't be seen, you know. Like, look at this jackass. This jackass gonna run right in there. We're gonna use them as a distraction. We're gonna let them run in there and draw in the enemies, and then we gonna spray everybody down while they chasing that jackass, because that jackass just want to go out there and just go shoot shit. It should be that level of sophistication versus somebody who just started playing Call of Duty. Or age range, you know. And it's not a lot of that out there. Motherfuckers out here grown as hell talking about 360 no scope. So you gotta level up, y'all. You got to level up. Sorry, I just went on that long ass rant, but I take gaming serious. Like, am I trying to be the greatest gamer ever? No. I want to be a solid gamer. I want to have a firm impact on this community. I want to be the very best I could be. To be the greatest gamer ever is like being called the greatest basketball player ever. That's all on opinion. It's not fact. And then public opinion sways the mass. Because you can't tell me Jordan is the greatest player ever and then say Shaq is the most dominant. How can the greatest player ever not be the most dominant? You know? Michael Jordan is the greatest of all time, but Kobe is the greatest of his era. Like, you just moving bars in order to fit your narrative. They're all great players, right? Every player in the NBA is technically one of the greatest players of all time because only a selected few make it to the NBA. And then, with the addition of Bronny James, to say the greatest players make it to the NBA now is iffy because it's nepotism. It's not what you know, it's who you know. So you can't even say the greatest players in the world play for the NBA. You know? Like Michael Jordan was the greatest. Or they talk about 60 players, and right? Listen to how they talk about the players that played in the 60s and the 70s. Like, those players can't be good. They were plumbers and fucking landscapers. That's players that's playing now. How they try to push you aside and move the goalposts. Me personally, if you still talking about headshot multipliers in a game where everybody got on Master Chief fucking helmets and body armors, just given the concept of the game, everybody got on body armor, everybody got on helmets, everybody got on this shit to increase protection and damage. How the fuck is there a headshot multiplier anymore? Just because you can't see it, don't make it less true. Because you see it on the heads-up display. Right? Like, Right, everybody got on fucking Iron Man suits. Everybody dressed like Doom Slayer and Master Chief, technically. But you over here talking about headshot multiplier. Like, nah, nigga. What makes the armor of the head more fragile than the rest of the body armor? If the helmet is that fragile, the rest of the body armor is that fucking fragile. Everything has one base damage at this point. So, you have to look at other ways to win the fight. And the best way to win the fight is disarmament. Sometimes you can win the fight, again, by not being in the fight. That's why I don't play certain games anymore. Because I'm not going to be in that fight. Again, you can't ever beat me in chess if I'm playing checkers. If you want to compete with me, come play checkers. Because I'm not going to go play chess. So now you mad because you like, well, that's a win for me. Like, if you say so. But I'm winning because I'm not playing chess. So therefore, it's a draw. Draw your own conclusion. If you're fixated on that W, on that win, you always going to want to prove that you won in chess. And I'm going to say, good job, buddy. You want a cookie, little fella? You beat me in the game I'm not playing. Here you go. Now you're going to feel little. But I thought you won. How can you feel little if you won? Because it's about making the other person feel bad about a loss. But you can't make a person feel bad about a loss that ain't never played you. You playing yourself. You messing with your own mentality. You creating a strategy for a person that's not playing. I tell people that all the time. Why are you wasting your time on people that's not playing when the motherfucker you supposed to be competing with just beat 4 motherfuckers, or just even they played 4 matches against people on the field? You playing matches against people that ain't on the field. So the motherfucker you supposed to compete with, you're behind 4 matches now. Because you're focusing on somebody playing chess. I mean, somebody playing checkers when you're playing chess. I gotta poop now. I'll be back, y'all. I gotta poop. Thank you for listening to that rant.